Well, welcome back to my old ranch. Today, I got a little project. I'm going to change the oil on this Ford F-250 with a 7.5 motor. Something that's pretty simple to do, actually. It doesn't take very long. But I've had a few people kind of ask, well, how do you do that? So this is how you change the oil in this old truck. Now to start with, I've got an air filter. We're going to do that at the same time. 7 quarts of oil. Customer or my friend got the oil from Napa. And we have the oil filter. We also have a wrench. I also have a bucket to catch the oil. And I have put a mat down on the ground so I don't have to lay in the dirt. Now for me, the first thing I'd like to do is go ahead and drain the oil, or at least get it started. That way we get most of it out. Make sure all the dirt's out of here. And I'm pretty sure it's a 9/16, but it might be a ½ inch, so just in case. And then I also brought my oil filter so I can get the oil filter off. Right now I'm going to crawl into the truck here and put my wrench. It happens to be a ½ inch. I was thinking it was 9/16. And we'll go ahead and pull the oil plug out. If I can get my arms to work correctly. Make sure you hang on to the oil plug. And that's some pretty black oil. Doesn't feel too bad though. As far as rubbing it with my fingers, it doesn't feel too bad. So let's let that drain out. Put the plug over where it's not going to get dirty. Now I need to pull the oil filter. Now normally the oil filter is on hand tight and I can usually get it off by hand. Somebody else did this, it's pretty tight. So I'm going to go ahead and use my oil filter wrench. Kind of hard with just one hand, but I think I can do it. Oops, that's the wrong direction. Get this oil filter off. I should say my oil filter wrench, which is this right here. And let's move the bucket so we can catch the oil that comes out of it. Okay. Now, check it, make sure that the O-ring for the oil filter didn't stick right here, because sometimes it does. And now let's grab the oil filter. All right, now let's take oil filter out of the box here. This one's got a little plastic cover. I don't usually see that. That's good. Now, what you want to do, you want to make sure that you oil this gasket. Now, what I like to do, especially depending on the position of the oil filter, let me open up this oil can here. Now, I don't like to put the oil filters in dry, because then that means it's got to run, the motor's got to run for a bit before it actually fills the oil and gets to flowing. So I fill it up. Now in this case, since my oil filter is to the side, it's not up and down, I'm not going to fill it completely full. And I'm going to go ahead and oil that. Now, being that I put oil in it, that means it's going to pour out when I put this on. So you want to get this on very quickly. So hopefully I can do that with one hand. As long as you're rotating, the oil's not likely to come out. You saw I lost just a little bit, but not much. All right. It's on there. Go ahead and tighten it. hand tight. I got pretty good grip, so pretty good and snug. And that's it for the oil filter. Now, the oil is drained out of the engine. So, let me switch hands here. Now I need to put the oil back in it. Find the cap for the oil that goes in the top of the motor. Take it off. And then you got your funnel. It seems to be just a little bit dirty, so I'm going to clean it real quick. Go ahead and put this back into here. I'll make sure that funnel is good and clean. Don't want any dirt in the motor. Alright, put this in the hole here. Let's take our 1 quart first. Let's empty the rest of this out in there. And this motor takes 7 quarts of oil. This one here is 5 quarts. Napa 520, a little thinner than I would actually run in a 5.7 older motor, but that's what she's got. See if this thing will sit here for a minute and empty the rest of the oil out of there. No reason to waste oil if you don't have to. Now, I got to look at replacing this air filter, which is right there. All right, I got to change the air filter on this thing, and these are number 8 metric. And it looks like they will stay in the cover. That's good. That's helpful. I hate it when these drop one of these and you can't find it and it drives you crazy and you get all mad. Don't need that. Got to make sure they're all the way out. I think they are now. Pull this back. And there's the air filter. Oh, yeah, that's pretty nasty. You can see that it's pretty dirty. Now, unfortunately for them, and I'm going to have to explain this to them, but this is the new filter. It's just paper. It's okay. But the filter I took out of there is actually an expensive filter that you can clean. So I'm going to have to let them know about that and let them know to get the cleaner and clean this and put this one back in it after a little while, because this won't do near as good a job and it will get dirty quite quickly. So we'll go ahead and put this in there for now, and I will let them know about the filter that was in there. I'm going to push this back. Put this back into place. Change the direction of my ratchet screwdriver. Screw these back down. I like to cross it. That way things are as even as they can be. Get snug. Get this one. Snug. Original one. Good and snug. It's just plastic, so you don't want to over tighten it. And I messed this one up. Snugged up, but it's a little cross-threaded. So let me fix that. That's a problem. I didn't snug it up that much. Let me loosen these just a little. Maybe it didn't sit down right. I don't like that. Feels like it's going in just a little crossfade. There it is. Must have been cross-threaded before. All right, now it's all the way down in there. Snuggle these back down. All right, that's the air filter, the oil filter, oil. Make sure we put the cap back in it, on it I should say. Now what you always want to do when you change the oil is get your old grease gun and grease whatever zerks there, typically the tie rod end and the drag link that's on the steering. You want to, and sometimes they'll have grease zerks on the upper and lower ball joints. So I'm going to go down under there and I'm going to grease these real quick. And you want to clean off the head of the grease zerk to try to keep dirt out of the joint itself. So hopefully I can get this. I've got the grease zerk on, or the grease gun on the grease zerk. See if I can do this one hand. Now, I put enough in it so either this boot starts to expand and or you see grease starting to squirt out of it. That's when you know you got enough. So I've got a couple more to do. I really need 2 hands for it, so let me do that real quick. All right, now you see I've got that one greased, that one greased. I did it till that started to expand, till the rubber boot started to expand. And I've got this one. Unfortunately, that one there does not have a grease zerk in it. So at the moment, there's not much I can do about that one. And there are no grease zerks on the upper or lower ball joints. There's the lower and there's the upper. And no grease zerks on either one of those, so there's not much I can do there. So this part is done. Now what we want to make sure we do is check the oil, make sure it all looks good. I'll pull a dipstick. Typically, and hopefully you can see that, the oil says it's a little too full right now. That's because we haven't started it yet. Should be between here. Once we start it and the oil goes into the oil filter, that should come right down to where it's supposed to be. But it looks good, it's full. Go ahead and put the dipstick back in it. I'm going to start this thing up. Now the other thing, when you start them, make sure you let it idle. Don't rev it up. Let that oil pressure get through everything first. All right, well that's how you change the oil, the air filter, grease the front zerks, and oil filter in this 1993 F-250 Ford with a 5.7 engine in it. Pretty easy to do, doesn't take really all that long, just a couple things to look at. Hopefully if you like this video, others that I do, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.